Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Jet Set Radio. Last time we finished up a rather short part with Against the Love Shockers, took back our turf, and we also found out some info about the golden rhinos, not love rhinos. Why do I keep adding love in front of everything? Jesus. We also got back our dog a few parts ago, and I actually forgot to look at him here. He doesn't nearly have as much funk anymore. It's a sad look, really. Anyways, let's see what we gotta do on our little streets of Tokyo-to right now. A challenge is what we have. We got two people this time. We need your help. Think we could join you? That's not a showdown challenge sign at all. You gotta do what Yo-Yo does. Challenge us right off the way and say whoever wins the race is the man. Anyways, let's see what they want. That's odd. We don't know who Coin is. And dialogue between characters? I don't know what this is. This isn't my game. Anyways, this is an odd twist for challenges. We're actually playing as the challenger, and we have to do whatever the GG member wants us to do. For example, Cube here. Cube's probably one of my favorite characters, by the way. Unfortunately, her stats aren't that great, but she's still a pretty cool character. We just had to follow her. And that's it. Cube joined us. That's it. Nice to see what the other guy has to say for himself.
Hey, you!
Well, first off, let's see what Gum has to say. And she's pretty okay with us joining. Or Cube joining, really.
Yo, kid!
Alright, so now we got Combo here.
Hey!
We just gotta race him, and that's about it. Or not race him, we have to race Beat. Beat's a jerk, by the way. I hate Beat. This is my second time trying this, and let's hope I actually finish this the second time. I already mentioned how much I don't like races in the first time we raced Yo-Yo. I hate this stage even more. Here's a big reason why I hate this stage. This one section right here. This is the most awkward angle to give your game ever. I'm still using the same control scheme, but the weirdest camera angle in the world, which makes it all the more hard to really do much in this game. Sure, okay. Wow, you actually get some speed doing that. But I also ran into the thing, so that was ultimately not worth it. Anyway, just go on here, or we could just go there, sure. I was gonna say that gave us a little bit of boost instead of just falling and slowing down, but unfortunately it did not. Now, like what you saw there was he waited for us, like I mentioned beforehand. Now, one thing I want to mention that I don't like about these races, among everything, is the fact that the AI has some ridiculous strength to them. Jumping, by the way, gives you a little bit of a boost to your speed, so I guess that's a good way to get in front of the enemy, because he won't jump at all. But AI has ridiculous strength to them. What I mean by that, sure, I don't want that, though. Oh god, let's not go here, please. Okay. What I mean by that is, I will be racing him, and I will clash into him, and clearly Combo's a bigger man. He has a stereo, he has huge muscles and everything. B will just toss him aside like it's nothing. But we won, so no big deal. Thankfully we won on the first try. Or second try. No, that was the first try, right? What am I talking about? This is the first try I ever did. Don't worry about it, guys.
Hey!
Can we join, though? Ah, Beats the ever insightful guy. You can see by his static wavelength glasses, goggles.
Grind City, my turf. My name's Combo, and me, Cube, and Coin used to own the Bantam Street area in this city. It's a little far from Tokyo, but everyone used to stay out of our way there. Till recently, that is. Someone been going around painting these ugly signs all over Grind City. It's so ugly I can't even call it graffiti. Strange paintings of rhinos and bizarre symbols. All of our old graffiti's been covered up by these horrific signs. And on top of that, Coin has been kidnapped, and his enormous collection of records has been destroyed. Ever since the emergence of these paintings, strange things been happening in this city too. unfamiliar black cars and men in black suits are hanging around the streets as if they're waiting for something. Wait, was that statue here at Grind Square always this color? There's definitely something wrong here. I smell something fishy going on.
Alright, here's my least favorite part of the game. Bantam Street. You'll notice that our street selection thing is actually completely replaced by a picture of Combo, Coin, and Cube. Wow, CCC. Never realized that beforehand. Anyways, if we select it, we're forced to play as Combo or Cube. And right off the bat, you could see, apologize for that, their stats aren't that great for graffiti missions. And thankfully this chapter is only 2 chapters long, or 2 missions long, but they're both graffiti missions. Cube has the most graffiti out of the 2, and also I like Cube a lot, so we're going to be playing as her, but I'd very much rather be playing as somebody like Gum or Yo-Yo or something for these stages. That's one of the added hard parts of the stage. I'll get into why it's hard later on as well. Anyways, we're going to go on to Bantam Street now, and let's go. I decided that since we're going with Cube here, might as well go for her completely edgy kind of set of graffiti here. You'll see it soon enough. Oh, I was actually playing one of my tracks when I first entered the stage. Anyways. This stage. Pretty big. I don't like it at all. One thing you should probably do first is not that. First go up here, and then go down onto the street after you collect some paint. Thankfully, one saving grace, I guess you could say, is that she could collect more than 15 paint cans, so that's a good thing. Albeit, you know, the whole 15 paint can wasn't that bad of a thing for me in the first place, so there's that. Saying it right now, most likely not gonna get... But, God. There we go, jerks. I'm gonna say this right now, most likely not gonna get a gen rank on the first try. I'm just saying it for both these missions. There's 2 missions in Bantam Street. So I think Bantam Street is based on North America? I can't tell. Anyways. Oh god, I'm also not used to Cube's super simple arrows too. That's what I mean by edgy art, by the way. One other reason, well that's another reason, I'm not used to her super simple graffiti, and I don't like it. Second reason, the streets are going to get a lot harder now. These stages are longer, there's going to be a lot more paint to get, and there's going to be a lot more annoying enemies to deal with. Right off the bat, we got these guys who actively hang around the graffiti that you want to paint, which is pretty bad on its own. Another thing is later on. You'll see what I mean soon enough. We actually don't want to be here yet. I actually just want to be here for some graffiti. And graffiti I will not get, I guess. Already a good start. Like I said, right off the bat, we're probably not going to get a jet ranking. Like the first try, we're not going to get a jet ranking. I'll put a jet ranking in the post video, like I said. I believe she could have, yeah, 25 at most. So not even the most out of the entire GG crew. Cube's generally like as much as I like Cube, she's generally a meh character to play as if you want to get jet ranking, which is why I don't play as Cube ever. Despite, you know, liking the whole, not goth look, but the tough look, I guess. It's a cool look on her. Anyways, next area we want to go to. Stuttering right here for some reason. Bleh. Is up here. We haven't gotten to the bad part of the stage yet. And this stage isn't even the super bad one. Get this extra large one. See what I mean by super edgy, by the way? Super McEdge here. I mean, it's not the most edgy we've ever seen, but it's pretty up there. Let's be honest here. Like I said beforehand, we want to get the large ones first, or as much large ones as we can, right off the bat before the bad things start happening. I think it's gonna happen now? No, not yet. Okay. We're safe for a little bit. Actually, if we get it this way... Wow. Alright, they're not here yet. Alright. Obviously, you know, as per every stage, this is not just... We're not gonna only run into these little randies here. The stage is gonna escalate, as you'd expect. I didn't... Sure, why not? Let's grab that. Actually, yeah, that's probably a mistake. Anyways. Oh god. Oh, okay. Nope. Just gonna ignore you guys right there. Alright. Anyways. What we want to do is... There's actually a little... Also, this is annoying. Anyways, what you could actually do here is you could grind on the walls and then do some really cool stuff and also grab the graffiti soul. Like I said, that's not really a priority for me, so whatever. Anyways, they're calling for more backup. This backup sucks. Not like sucks as in we're much better than it. Sucks as in he's super good at his job. And therefore I hate him. Anyways, let's grind up here. This is the next area you want to go for after the initial rooftop area, by the way. Grab this one area here. There's one center area too, where the train tracks are. That one's not so bad. You just gotta be careful of the subway. And it's also the point where you don't want to mess up on the graffiti things as I did, because they're gonna be a bit more strict on the graffiti stuff. Now, I hate these guys. They have whips, and they have a large range to hit you with. We're not seeing it right now, but they will chase you down, and they will whip you and interrupt your combos. Thankfully, because, you know, we're not dumb, and we didn't go for the small ones first, we managed to avoid them interrupting our combos. Doesn't mean they're any less annoying, though. Like that. Anyways, this is the last large one of the stage here, but we don't have enough cans for it. So, okay, that was a weird wall grind there. Anyways, what I actually wanted to do was one here. I tried doing the thing that and I already messed up the thing that I mentioned. And that happens. I hate this guy so much. There's also one point in the stage that I hate. For some reason, I can never get it right. We have enough for the thing, so there's no big deal in doing that right now. But that's the gist of what you could do. You could grind up from wall to wall and then do a super sweet combo. Get quite a few points for that, I guess. And then also get a sweet cutscene where you can also grab a graffiti soul. Also, a bunch of guys here. They're not very good at their job, so don't worry about it. Now, what I'm worried about is getting hit by the train in the middle of this, because we haven't heard from the train in a while, but let's be quick. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're good. Actually, oh, wait, there's a train right there. Alright, so we didn't cut it too close there, so we're pretty fine. We're actually not doing super bad. Oh yeah, another reason why this stage is a bit harder, you're actually a bit more strict on time here. You can see here we're already on 2, but that's not because, you know, we wasted so much time. That's because we actually started with a pretty small amount of time. Anyways, what we want to do next is go here. You'll remember the small graffiti one over here. It's a pretty cool section, but kind of hard to pull off. Alright, what you have to do? Not that. Don't do that. Don't be me. Don't be me. Don't do that. Okay. That's why it's hard. What they want you to do is kind of grab these points of graffiti as you're going on, like as you're grinding these rails and wall riding, but it's kind of hard to do due to, I guess, the detection of it being kind of iffy. Thankfully, we got the harder one, which was the one at the end. Oh wait, jeez. Did we get a jet rank? No.
I got mad skills.
I messed up and I actually meant to just avoid grabbing that one. Oh well. I'll retry until I get a jet rank. This one's not super hard to... Well, this is a hard one to jet rank, but it's not a big deal one, so see you guys in a bit.
There was a message on a piece of graffiti. I think it was from Coin. He told me to go to Grind Square. It seems like the punks that been painting those ugly pieces of art have been hanging around Grind Square too. They probably already know that we've been painting over their stuff with our own symbols. They may be dangerous, but we can't let them take over. It's time to throw a little spray paint party and see if they come and try to crash it.
Alright, so a little bit of confessing and explaining to do here. This is not actually commentary during the game. This is post-commentary. Reason why, not right, this point right here is what I mean. Not anything previously. Previously, it was all commentary during gameplay. Right here, it's post-commentary because I tried really hard to get a jet ranking on that previous stage, to the point where I got so frustrated that I actually took off my microphone and headset and muted it because I just needed that off my head while I kept trying. And eventually, when I went back into the game, I had my microphone still muted. So, post-commentary. Now, to explain a bit more, we don't have, or I didn't get a jet rank on that last stage. And the reason because of that is it's just way too difficult to do it with just Cube. She has too low of a graffiti count, too low of a can count really, and in general that stage is too difficult to really get a jet rank on the first try or the first run through. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get a jet rank on it still. That just means that we're not going to get a jet rank on it right now. What I mean by that is in New Game Plus, you're actually allowed to choose whatever stage you want with any character you want, assuming you've unlocked that character during your first run through of the game. Now, that is disappointing, but at the same time, I kind of had to do that. It's just way too difficult to do it on the first try, especially with Cube. I like Cube a lot, it's just her stats aren't that great. Now this is Grind Square. Grind Square is, I hate it. That's about as best I can put it. I hate it. Enemies are annoying this stage, there's a lot of grinding spots on this stage, and it seems like there's very little health and places to pick up cans in this stage. You can see right here enemies are pretty annoying. Now, the reason why, you know, this stage is incredibly annoying is because, as the name implies, there's a lot of places to grind on this stage. Most of your spots to spray will be spots you have to access via grinding. That's annoying because there's a very big drop below you and you'll have to climb all the way back up whenever you miss a rail, and sometimes the game isn't very accurate with its clicking to rail ratio, I guess it's called that. So I don't like this stage all in all. Now, I actually didn't get a jet rank on this stage either, I'm just gonna say that right now. And I will be doing the same thing I'm doing for Bantam Street, which is getting a jet rank later after the main game. Sorry guys, that's just how it's gonna have to be. Now, in general, in the stage, like I said before, there's a lot of spots in the game where you're going to have to, or in the stage, where you're going to have to access via grinding. Like right here, there's a big middle spot, and once you grind next to that area, you'll have to jump across, and you'll be able to reach another big spot right here. One, it's annoying because you might not even have the amount of cans that you need to finish spraying. Two, it's annoying because if you miss, because like I said, sometimes the game isn't that great with its clinging to rails mechanic, I guess. You're gonna fall a lot and you're gonna have to climb all the way back up, and I just don't like the stage. Like right here you see, I was pretty frustrated when this happened. Right there, I had those two spots right there, but because I messed up, I didn't have enough cans, so I had to go back and had to get that later, and that was one spot left too. That was just one can left, and that was really annoying. They give you a lot of time in the stage, which gives you a little bit of false hope, thinking, you know, you could get a jet rank. No, you can't. It's actually a pretty high threshold. Both this stage and the last stage, I actually got around 42,000 points, and it still wasn't enough to actually get a jet rank. It was pretty annoying. Not 42,000 in this run, mind you. 42,000 in another one completely. These enemies, not the helicopters. The enemies, yeah, right there. That one that we saw. Didn't talk about them yet. They're also one of the reasons why I hate this stage. Thankfully, they only appear in this stage. Thankfully, like I said. And what they do is they hang around rails, and they will send an electrical shock through these rails, and these shocks won't hurt you if you touch them. These shocks will instead slow you down to a screeching halt, which is awful if you're on rails. Because one, you're moving like a slug and it's incredibly annoying. Two, you're most likely not going to make a jump that you've been trying to make if you get shocked and go to a screeching halt because your momentum's gone. 3, it's just not that great because they're everywhere, or at least they feel like they're everywhere. Now, if you actually approach those guys and touch them, you will also get hurt, so be careful about that. You can't hurt those guys either, so they're just kind of they'll just stand there. There's also another enemy here. They're helicopters. I don't know if they're different from normal helicopters. I don't recall the previous helicopters having missiles, so these might be new helicopters. All I know is that they're repainted, so there's that. You get rid of them the same way you get rid of most helicopters. Spray them in the windshields and you're done. That's it. Now, this stage is... well, like I said, it's an annoying stage. There's spots everywhere. There's 2 main spots that I really had trouble getting. And that's the 2 spots in the center. Not the 2 spots next to the weird Statue of Liberty-esque thing. The 2 spots that are on either side of it. So you see there's one big spot across and there's another big spot across. So it's generally annoying to try and get those spots when you're slow on the rails, and sometimes you just completely miss the rails in general when you think you should be able to make those rails. Now, best thing to do would be to tag these copters. I didn't for one, and I kind of regretted it at the end. But these helicopters they generally hang around the rail spots or the grind spots, like so. So you could easily tag them if you find the right rail. And I think they also move to be easier to tag. And see right there, I was very frustrated when I saw that. There was only one left and it was just a mess. Or as a pain. And right there is a guy just hanging by those rails, and he will shock the rails as they're going up, and those it's not like they're actually super slow and you can just jump over them or avoid them. They're actually pretty fast and they will catch up to you, and it's incredibly annoying when you're trying to avoid them and also stay on a rail. And right here is me checking out where the last 3 spots are. I believe the last 3 spots are all small spots. And you see, we have plenty of time here, but that's not going to be enough to give us even a nitro ranking. We actually had a pretty low ranking here. I could have probably tagged that helicopter before going towards the last graffiti thing, but I think by the end of this, I just wanted this entire mission done. So there's that. Like I said, I don't like these last 2 stages. This chapter in general, what I'm not a fan of. There's the annoying race that you have to deal with. There's Bantam Street, which is ridiculously hard to jet rank, as Cube at least. Then there's Grand Square, which is just annoying in general because there's dudes everywhere. Alright, here is me mostly trying to get some cans so I could finish off the stage. And I think also looking for some HP. Because I had this little bit of hope that maybe I'll have enough time and health and cans that I'll be able to get a jet ranking. Because I was still trying. It's not like I gave up and I was like, no, I'll just do this after the main game. I'm still trying to get a jet rank on the first run through. It's just not easy on these last 2 stages. For that matter, I don't even know if it's going to be that easy on the next 3 stages. Because they're pretty difficult on their own too. Yeah, all in all, I don't like Bantam Street, and I don't like Grind Square, and I've said that enough that I probably have annoyed you guys, and this should be the end of the stage coming up. I just fell off here because I did not care at that point. There's a burning crash helicopter there, pretty sure would be arrested. In fact, I don't know how they got onto an airplane and managed to get to Tokyo if they're actually convicted criminals. Then again, Jet Set Radio isn't exactly a plot-heavy, sense-making story, so this is the kind of game I can kind of forgive. Here's something that bugged me. This guy took a pot shot right at me. Right there. I probably at least would have gotten a nitro rank if he didn't shoot me. But no, instead we got a turbo. We got a turbo 34,000, which is pretty ridiculous.
giant square. The whole place was built by the Rokaku group. And I'm starting to get the feeling that those men in black suits are somehow connected to the Rokaku. And this message that Coin left me, I don't understand it. What's this golden rhino that he painted? Does it have anything to do with the Rokaku? Is all of this their doing? And is anything strange going on in Tokyo too? What's this new radio station, Jet Set Radio, that everybody keeps talking about? Well, I'm sort of one-track minded. And now that it looks like I'm involved in something big here, I got no choice but to fly to Tokyo. And if my contacts are right, the first guys I need to get a hold of are these people that call themselves the GGs.
And that'll end the chapter. Thank God. Anyways, that'll end off for this episode. It's been going on for a bit, and these 2 stages have been long and also difficult, and yeah. Also, I want to also mention, I apologize for the weird audio thing going on with the video for headphone users. I figured out the problem and it will be fixed from now on. So those people experiencing all their audio from the game being on their right headphone, I greatly apologize for that. That will be fixed next episode. So that'll end off for this part. I apologize again for being on post commentary for this last stretch, but that's just how it had to be. So next time we'll go after the golden rhinos, and we'll see you guys next time. See you then.